Welcome to Motorcycle Superstore's Holiday Cruiser Gift Guide. I'm JC, and this is going to be a very brief introduction to some of the cooler items that you might be looking for this holiday season. The idea here is to get your brain going, get some ideas, and then we have a complete, much more detailed breakdown on these products and more on our entire cruiser guide. That page is going to have everything listed by price, so you can either shop very specifically or for whatever just might happen to be within your budget. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not on Motorcycle Superstore yet, go ahead and look around for links in the video and in the description below. You'll be able to find your way over to that page and get all of the goodies there. Let's take a look at some of the items on the table here and get an idea of what's available for the 2014 holiday season. First up is the Motocentric Cruiser Pack. This is a great option for riders looking to get a little more storage out of their bike. What I like about this is the way it attaches to the motorcycle. This in particular is designed to work with bikes that have a backrest or a sissy bar on it. Essentially, the sissy bar slips up here like this. This is all heavy duty Velcro. You can unwrap it, cinch it down, it expands and contracts to fit the type of apparatus on your bike. The other thing about this pack is it's designed to work with other pieces of Motocentric cruiser luggage. You'll see these D-rings. You have them on the sides, on the back, on the front. All of these are designed to hook to other luggage components or to the motorcycle itself. One more thing that's nice about the D-rings, the attachment straps can actually connect together and make a shoulder strap, so it's very easy to carry off the bike. If you don't want to go through that trouble, there's the handy little strap here on top, makes it very simple to get on and off. The construction of this is made from a 600 denier Maxtura fabric, extremely heavy duty. You'll find these Reflectolite stripings right here to get better visibility, and the panel here on top opens up and becomes this huge cavernous body. Very easy to load and unload from the top. It also has a smaller pocket up front with a zipper on it for easy access to those smaller items. If this is something you're looking for, it can be a very nice addition to your motorcycle, and it's going to be something you're going to need in order to carry around our next product. This is the Beza Wind Zone Harley-Davidson Essential Economy Kit. It's a tool pack. Big long name, but what you get here is a very compact style to carry around any tools you might need for most of the maintenance you'll find on your Harley-Davidson. This is designed to do roadside repairs. However, it is also capable of doing some work in the garage, and if you buy it, I suggest you do that to make sure you know what you're working with. What I like most, it's very compact. A lot of these would be the fold-up design, which are fine, but the zippered pocket here is very simple. Everything has its own retention strap. You have tape, locking pliers. It also has spark plug sockets as well, a 6-in-1 screwdriver. But here's the really cool part about it. It's built for Harley-Davidson. So Beza claims that this has every single hex head wrench you might need, every single Allen, and every single Torx bit that might be found on your Harley-Davidson. So if you ride the HD brand, that's going to make it very, very nice for you. The small size and the zipper design makes it very easy to store. You don't have to have it in a tail pack. This is something you could carry around in a backpack if you'd like. But remember, the tools aren't necessarily for your bike. Perhaps your machine's in great repair. You don't need them. But somebody in your riding group might not. At some point, somebody somewhere is going to need a tool. Make sure you have something on hand. Next up, a little bit more sophisticated. Some electronics here. This is the Sena SMH10 Bluetooth communicator. This is going to allow you to connect to other riders, also to those electronic devices that we like to have access to when we're on the bike. Most notably, our telephones. So you can actually make and receive calls. You can also use an MP3 device to listen to music. You can get GPS directions through it. It's all going to be piped straight into your helmet where you can listen and be hands-free. Now, it's not entirely hands-free. They do have some controls here. This is the jog dial that Sena uses. It's very handy, very sophisticated and easy to use at the same time. But if you want to, it is voice controlled in certain operations. So you can make and receive calls. You don't ever have to take your hands off the handlebars. That is a critical factor. You'll notice the wired boom mic that comes with it. This is great for open face helmets like a 3/4 design or a modular, because this boom mic will stay where it needs to be. You'll notice the wind canceling device on the end. In terms of the technical specs, you're looking at Bluetooth 3.0 technology. It's got like 12 hours of talk time. It's a week of standby time, and it does have the ability to communicate with other riders that use these Sena products. So you can have a communication, basically an intercom, where you're not using your phone. It's a direct radio communication. That's for up to 4 different riders, and it's going to range up to almost 1,000 feet away in a direct line of sight. Really a great option. Not only is it cool to be able to talk to people when you're out on the road, but it is a safety thing as well. It's very nice to be able to access our phones. If you're injured, if you're crashing, you can still make phone calls without ever having to reach up and find your cell phone itself. Great option for safety and performance. One more thing here, this one's also pretty sophisticated. This is going to keep your bike in your possession. You don't want to lose it. You spend a lot of money out, so protect it. This is a security device. It's made by Scorpio. It's called the SR-i900 RFID security system. RFID, that's radio frequency identification. So that's really the key here. Basically, you install this on your motorcycle. You're going to hardwire it into your bike. It stays on there full time. It has lots of different features. Now, it's going to monitor the ignition. It's going to monitor whether or not it's moved. It's also going to monitor the things on your bike that aren't necessarily the motorcycle itself, such as luggage and accessories. That's called their perimeter sensor. Now, it's all relaying this information to you up to a half a mile away using this transceiver. This is where the RFID comes in. The transceiver is very cool because this mechanism here will sense whether or not this is in the right vicinity. So as you walk away from your motorcycle, it automatically detects that. It arms up the device. Once you get back to your bike, it disarms it, so you don't ever have to worry about switching something off or making a bunch of different adjustments. You can, however, select it to be a manual setting if you would like to. This is going to be awesome because it gives you an audible alarm, it lets you know when something's going on, and it actually tells you on the display which type of sensor is being messed with. So it's a great security device. It also has 120 decibel on the bike itself, so it's going to start wailing away, and hopefully people in the area will take notice. Now, one other thing you're going to want to know on this, you don't have to, but it's recommended that you get the factory connection kit. That's going to allow it to be wired into the bike specifically without having to cut and splice the wires that are pre-existing. So keep that in mind, look for that. It's sold individually, it's about an extra $30, but it's probably worth your time. And finally on the table, not quite as sophisticated. It's a very simple device, but without this, nothing else matters because your bike has to have a working battery. This is the Battery Tender Junior. Very easy, very small, and it does a couple different things for you. It's going to charge your battery when it's dead. It's also going to keep it topped off and maintain those cells in a trickle type variety. So it's very easy to use. It has a 12-foot cord, which means it'll reach across your garage. Simple to use LED on the front in terms of letting you know what the current state of charge is, and this is the way that it ties into your bike. You can either clip it on with these alligator clips, very simple to do, it has a nice inline fuse, or you can also hardwire it into the bike itself. So you attach this to your battery, you bolt it on, and then you route this pigtail out somewhere where you can get a hold of it easily, and it stays there full time. So if you need to charge it, you plug it into the port, you don't have to worry about hooking it up and disconnecting it every single time. It's also going to be a charging port for other accessories as well. So really a great option. It's inexpensive, but like we all mentioned, doesn't matter what kind of bike you ride, ATV, cruisers, street bikes, it's something that's going to have to be maintained, so keep that in mind. All right, that gives us a little idea of what's going on here. Now let's take a look at some gear you should be looking at this Christmas season. If the cruiser rider on your list is looking for some gear this season, here are some cool items that they might be interested. Curtis is modeling several items. We'll go top to bottom here. First and foremost, the helmet. This is the OG skid lid. This is their original half shell design. It comes in a couple different colorways. You see the flat black here, but basically this is as straightforward as it gets. DOT certification, lots of airflow obviously, but this is a bare bones style helmet. It's non-removable interior. It's got this very simple D-ring system. Doesn't even have a snap for the retainer strap. So very straightforward, but it's that original look that a lot of cruiser people like. It's also very, very affordable. Speaking of affordable, this is an item that I cannot believe that I haven't had for years and years. This is called the Icon 1000 Highway Hanky. Basically, a handkerchief can be very handy when you're on a motorcycle. You use it as a bandana like this, but essentially this is built with a few extra features inside. You don't have to tie it in the back. This is the main feature that's important, is it just uses a series of 3 snaps. Very easy to get put together, and it's 100% cotton on the exterior, but on the inside of that, it's actually got a fleece lining, so it's extremely warm. You can wear it down around your neck like this. I think Curtis actually has one of these he wears every day. Or you can get it up above your mouth if you want to get a little bit more coverage if it's raining out. Very, very handy to have. Throw it in your bag, keep it with you at all times. Now, the jacket here, this is a little bit more feature laden. This is from Roland Sands Design. This is called their Barfly jacket, and it's really, really nice. Extremely good feeling leather. You're looking at 1.1 to 1.3 millimeter premium cowhide. And the important thing about this jacket is to notice how low profile and streamlined some of the fitment is. The collar here is this rolled collar design. You'll find that again down on the sleeves with some nice perforations. Under the armpits here as well. Go ahead and turn around, Curtis, give him a 360. Very straightforward. Great looking jacket. It's available in tobacco like this or in a black colorway as well. I will mention one thing. It does not come with any armor into it. So it has the inserts if you'd like to purchase those separately, but it's not going to come with armor anywhere in the jacket. You can put it in the shoulder and elbows, also on the back as well. Very nice pockets. It uses these nice zippers as well. The details on all Roland Sands jackets is really awesome. Unzip it for me, Curtis. You can see on the inside it has this really nice satin finish. Very comfortable to wear. Some storage options there. It does look extremely casual, but it's built to work on the motorcycle as well. You get a better look at the hanky there as well, see just how far down it extends. So really handy setup. Okay, For the pants, these are made by Speed and Strength. This is what they call their Run with the Bull jeans, made from 12-ounce pre-distressed denim. You can see kind of what it looks like. Nothing real fancy going on in terms of styling. However, notice the stitches. You'll see them here across the back of the leg. Also, as we turn around to the front again, you'll see them here in the knees. That's because underneath the pant, it has DuPont Kevlar reinforcements. You're going to find those here in the knees, also in the seat of the pant as well. There is no hard armor or CE approved armor, but those are areas that are going to be hitting the ground in a crash, and those are the areas that they have chosen to reinforce. Standard 5-pocket design. The nice thing about it, this is a 34-inch inseam, so you can order them in whatever size you need for the waist, and they come in a 30, 32, or 34 inseam, so actually you can get whichever length that you need. All right, to the very bottom here, these are the Icon Super Duty 4 boots. Very cool little boot here. One of the things that I like about it is the height. You'll notice that it comes up above the ankle. However, it's only a one buckle design. So you're going to find laces underneath, which are handy. And then this buckle actually uses an aluminum distinction here on the outside. Very simple to use. Reinforcements across the top as well for shifting. It's this work boot styling. So it's very casual looking. It's going to be in black, also in a brown. But check it out. See the size that you like. It has a steel shank in the sole. So it's going to be really good for those days on the bike. If you'd like to get more information on any of these items, you can go to their product pages and you'll see exactly what's available in terms of color and the sizes there as well. Thanks for checking out our holiday gift guide for cruiser motorcycles and riders. Now, this is just a few products, but remember, we have the entire guide with dozens more all listed out by price. So take a look at those. If you're shopping for yourself, send a link to this video to some of your best friends and significant others. If you're shopping for other people, hopefully this gave you an idea of where to start. Regardless, thank you for choosing Motorcycle Superstore. Have a happy holiday season.